Yo, what is up and welcome to another video. I'm sorry if I sound a little sick. I am sick, but I thought it'd be pretty fun just to make a quick video here. I want to shout out this commenter right here. I'm going to take a screenshot and show his comment because I did not know there was an Age of War 2. But I read his comment and yeah, I was kind of excited to hear about it because, you know, I played the other one when I was a little kid a lot. I never knew about this game somehow. But yeah, this is basically it. So it's very similar to how I described the previous Age of War, where you just kind of start out in the caveman-esque age, and then from there you move your way up. So yeah, I'll probably just do a similar thing that I did with the last video, where I'll show you little snippets of each age. So this is the caveman age. I feel like you've gotten a pretty good look of it while I've talked. But you have the clubmen, you have like these rock thrower dudes, and then you have the speedy dinos, and then you have like a tank dinosaur. And those are kind of the units, and I feel like you've gotten a pretty good feel for it, so now I'm gonna jump to the next stage. So this is the next stage. I call this like the Spartan age. So you basically, all of them are gonna follow really similar sort of like soldier structures. So you have your like spear thrower, you have your hoplite sort of guy who doesn't really throw spears, but he kind of like has a shield. And then you have your group of Spartans, and then you have your like tanky one, which is the armored Spartan. I do enjoy the turret that is for this one because it's literally just a little Spartan dude throwing a spear from the rooftop. I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, this is basically the Spartan age. I did find out during this age, I was like trying to find out what the meta was, you know, like the best way to sort of like win the game. I think like honestly, even though they're like kind of on the bottom end of the totem pole, like they cost the least and everything, the spear throwers are pretty solid. You throw like a something with high HP in front of them, then you have a bunch of spear throwers, and the spear throwers can attack from range. So it just honestly, that's the meta that I kind of found. So you might see me using it quite a bit in this run, but yeah. Now that we're kind of showing you the Spartan age, we'll jump to the next one now. Yeah, so this is the next stage. This is like the Egyptian age is basically what I like to call it. This one is definitely more interesting. I love the tanks. Well, I guess they're not even the tanks, but like I don't know what to call them, the serpent type dudes that like have the two-bladed sword. They look so cool. But yeah, the reason this is more interesting, I would say, is because it's like mages that shoot these like fireballs that are almost thrown in an arc, and those are your ranged attack, I guess. And I thought that was kind of fun. I definitely will say this game is a big improvement compared to the other one. There's a lot more stages, and in general, the variety between the stages is like way more. Like you can see the tank there in action. I don't know. It's so fun seeing like the creativity that was like put into the game as to like what each age's like soldiers is and all that stuff. But man, if you look here, holy cow. Like I said, those, I don't know what it is, the ranged units, but they're kind of OP compared to the other units because they can like attack, like you can have like 4 of them attacking one dude compared to one dude just like attacking whoever's in front of him, if that makes sense. But I feel like you guys have been shown the Egyptian age pretty well, so I'm gonna jump to the next stage and I'll start talking there. Yeah, so this is the next age. I like to call this one like I don't know, it's almost like the fantasy age. I kind of think of like Robin Hood, although there's not even like a Robin Hood really, but it's kind of the age where you have like a mage, and then you have like a griffin, and your ranged is like these archers, but they have like goat legs, I believe. So it's like I like to think of it as like the fantasy age. One thing I've been forgetting to mention is there are different specials for each one. Usually they're pretty similar to like each of them. This one has these arrows that come down, and that's pretty neat. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this. I'm just kind of talking right now, so you guys are able to see what this age is all about. I think it's a cool one. I definitely think it's fun to add the fantasy in there. But yeah, I think you've probably gotten a good view for everything. which is good because now we are straight in to like the, I don't know, like early gun age, I guess, like cannonballs and musketeer age. I can't quite think of a name for this right now. I think I might have some brain fog because of my sickness. But this age is really cool too. I keep saying age. If you don't like the word age, I'm sorry about that, but I keep saying it. I'll say stage now. This stage is really cool though. It's got like the rifleman, you have the swordsman, the cannon, and then the horseman. I think that is one thing that I enjoy that the game does, is with each new like stage you do, some of the units will stay the same, but there usually is like 1 or 2 units that like has its own like complete kind of uniqueness. I don't know, like the way it attacks is kind of unique when compared to like any of the other units that it was previously, if that makes sense. But I feel like you've gotten a pretty good look at what this stage has to offer, so I'm gonna jump cut to the next one. This is the next stage. I like to call this one like the modern military sort of stage, although I think the way that the creator kind of spiced it up so that it's not the same as the last one. The way the creator spiced it up so it's not the same as the last one is kind of fun, because he has like these minigun dudes and these dudes with rifles and the tanks, and you kind of have these like special units that make it so playing through it and watching and kind of like looking at these different models and stuff isn't a complete copy of what it was in the previous Age of War. I enjoyed that a lot, like how he uses the fantasy to spice things up, and in this case he kind of goes with a almost like a sci-fi futuristic type of soldiers, rather than just modern infantry, which I think is a lot of fun. But yeah, hopefully you guys have gotten a good look at all of the units. I've tried to jump cut some of it so you're able to see like every specific unit, but I'm gonna move on to the next stage now. So yeah, this is the final stage. This is again, it's kind of like similar to the previous game. This is like the futuristic, alien-esque, almost like very, very sci-fi sort of like stage. So it's the ending stage, right? This is where you either defeat your enemy or you lose to your enemy. I thought this one was really fun. I tried to show a few of them there in the beginning. I don't know if you noticed, but the mad scientist, there's just like a spider looking thingy that kind of like stabs people. And then this one here was, I forget what it's called. I think it's like the God Machine or something like that. But it basically is just like an insanely powerful like unit. And there's the tank. I forgot to include that one in the other one. But yeah, you're gonna be able to see all of them, I guess, by the end of this video, like in the sci-fi age at least. But yeah, what I really wanted to do is I wanted to get the final unit for this one because I just wanted to see what it was all about. So I do kind of hold back and I wait to win so that I can get enough gold coins so that I can get the like God's Wrath. That's what it's called. I thought it looked cool and I wanted to see what it's all about. I think it was worth the wait, you could say. But yeah, it's got like the huge laser. But yeah, like all in all, I really enjoyed this game. I want to say thank you to that commenter because I did not know there was an Age of War 2. So I really appreciate that you mentioned it so I was able to play it. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe, there will be more. But anyways, I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.